Stop. Do not scroll past this, my beloved child. I have a message specifically for you this Christmas season. This is not just another Christmas story. This is your miracle story. And it begins right now. What I'm about to reveal will connect you to the most significant event in human history, in a way you've never understood before. Just as the Creator chose Mary from among all women to carry hope into a desperate world, He has chosen you from among countless others to receive a message that will birth something miraculous in your life. Starting today, listen carefully, because you didn't arrive here by accident. Out of millions watching videos today, you were specifically guided to this moment. Like the wise men who followed a star they couldn't explain, you've been following something you couldn't name that led you here. Your guardian angel has been preparing this moment ever since December began, waking you at unusual hours, showing you Christmas lights that seem brighter this year, songs that make you emotional for reasons you can't articulate. You dismissed it as holiday nostalgia, blamed it on seasonal stress, rationalized it as gift-giving pressure, but it was none of those things. It was heaven's invitation system, preparing you for the most important December of your life. Stay with me, because what unfolds in the next moments will determine whether you experience your own Christmas miracle or watch another December pass like all the others. Heaven has been trying to reach you in so many ways, just like He reached Mary 2,000 years ago. She wasn't looking for an angel, wasn't seeking a divine visitation. She was living her ordinary life when extraordinary interrupted it. And you've been living your ordinary December when the Creator is about to interrupt it with extraordinary. I have seen every Christmas you've lived through. The childhood Christmas, when magic was real and wonder came easily. The teenage Christmas, when you started questioning if any of it was true. The adult Christmas, when bills and stress stole the joy you once knew. Every Christmas morning, you woke up hoping this year would feel different, only to find the same emptiness beneath the wrapping paper and forced smiles. The Christmas Eves you spent alone, the holiday dinners where you felt invisible even at a full table. But heaven also saw something you didn't see. Every Christmas prayer you whispered, every moment you looked at nativity scenes and wondered if miracles could still happen. Every time you heard "Silent Night" and felt something stir in your spirit. Those weren't just nostalgic moments. Those were heaven reaching for you through the story of Christmas, trying to show you that the same Creator who did the impossible 2,000 years ago is still in the business of doing the impossible now. Listen closely, because something shifted recently in your spiritual atmosphere. Maybe it was a decision made months ago, a compromise that seemed insignificant at the time. One surrender to desperation that you convinced yourself wouldn't matter. But that moment created interference, a delay in what heaven was preparing for December. That's why this Christmas has felt heavier instead of lighter. Why even the decorations seem to mock you with promises of joy you can't feel. Why every Christmas song about miracles sounds like fiction instead of truth. It wasn't because Christmas lost its power. It was because something created interference. But here's what darkness doesn't want you to know. That interference is being cleared right now, as you stay present with this message. And angelic forces are working in dimensions you cannot see, repairing what was broken so December can deliver what has been delayed. Within days from this moment, you will wake up on a morning and feel something you haven't felt all season. Christmas will feel possible again. Hope will feel accessible again. Joy will feel like more than a greeting card sentiment. You'll look at a Christmas tree or a manger scene, and instead of feeling mocked by promises that never came true, you'll feel faith rising that this is the year. That's not wishful thinking. That's prophetic declaration being activated as you engage with this message right now. Stay close, because what comes next will change how you see your entire Christmas season. If you are ready for your own Christmas miracle, type 111 to accept heaven's invitation. Let me tell you something that will shift your entire perspective. Do you know why Mary was chosen? It wasn't because she was perfect. It wasn't because she had her life figured out. It wasn't because she came from privilege or power. Stay with me, because this is crucial. Mary was chosen because she had a yes in her heart before she understood the full question. She said, "Let it be to me according to your word," before she knew what that word would cost her. And today, heaven is looking for people with a yes in their heart before they understand the full plan. You are being invited into your own version of Mary's story. Not to birth the Savior, but to allow the Savior to birth something in you. You've been having a recurring thought for the past few weeks, ever since December started. It comes when you see Christmas displays, when you hear carols, when you watch movies about holiday miracles. The thought whispers, what if this could be the year everything changes? What if this season could mean something real instead of something I pretend to celebrate? You tried to dismiss that thought as wishful thinking, as emotional manipulation from a season designed to sell products. But that thought wasn't random. That was heaven planting a seed, preparing you, inviting you to believe that your life is about to experience its own version of what happened in Bethlehem. Something impossible is about to become possible. Something that's been waiting is about to be born. Something that seemed dead is about to come to life. Listen carefully, because there's something blocking the full manifestation. There are people currently in your life creating interference. Just as there were 3 wise men who brought gifts to honor what was being born, there are people in your circle doing the opposite, draining the very resources meant for your miracle. One of them is family, someone who should be celebrating you but instead diminishes what's trying to emerge. One is connected to your work or finances, someone who creates stress every time you interact. One presents as spiritual or supportive but constantly plants doubt about whether miracles still happen. These people may not consciously realize what they're doing, but their presence has been attempting to abort what's trying to be born. Every interaction leaves you feeling less capable of miracles, more resigned to ordinary, more convinced that breakthrough is for other people but not for you. Remember King Herod in the Christmas story? He heard about the birth of the king, and his immediate response was fear, threat, attempt to destroy. These people are functioning like that energy in your holiday season. Before this sacred season ends, before the new year breaks, you must create strategic distance. Mary had to separate from those who wouldn't understand. She had to leave Nazareth and go to Bethlehem, because miracles often require movement away from familiar voices that would talk you out of the impossible. The people you need distance from aren't bad people, but they carry energy that will suffocate what's trying to be born. And what's emerging in you will not survive if you keep letting them speak into your life during this critical time. Now watch what unfolds when you create that space. As this year comes to a close, someone completely new will enter your world. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. Someone who carries the faith necessary to midwife what's about to be born in you. Just as Mary had Elizabeth, who believed her story when others would have called her crazy. Just as the shepherds had angels who confirmed what seemed impossible. You're about to encounter someone who will believe in your miracle when others question your sanity. You'll meet them in circumstances that feel random, at a holiday gathering, or while you are preparing for the new season ahead. Through a conversation that starts about something else entirely, but shifts to something deeply meaningful. These chance encounters are never chance. They're always divine choreography. You'll recognize this person because in their presence, hope feels possible again. They'll speak about miracles as if they still happen, reference breakthrough as if it's normal. Look at your situation and see potential where others saw only problems. That ease you feel around them is confirmation. That's what it feels like to be around someone who carries the faith necessary for your miracle to be delivered. Stay with me, because what comes next addresses the pressure that's been making this season feel more like burden than blessing. If you believe you were chosen for a reason this season, type 222 to declare, "I am ready." I must address the financial pressure that's made this season feel more like a burden than a blessing. You've been stressed about money during the time of year that's supposed to be about giving, counting costs instead of counting blessings, avoiding stores because every display reminds you of what you can't afford, feeling shame about gifts you can't buy, celebrations you can't host, generosity you can't express. Stay with me, because heaven sees all of this. The enemy has used your bank account balance to convince you that you're disqualified from miracles this season. But let me tell you what the throne sees in this holy window of time. As one year closes and another begins, provision is coming, not just symbolic spiritual abundance, but divine provision that will land through channels you cannot currently see. From sources you would never predict, by methods that will make you weep with gratitude at how creatively heaven provides. It might arrive through an unexpected bonus, through a gift from someone who felt led to bless you, through an opportunity that presents itself when someone sees your work or skills, through an insurance settlement, through inheritance you didn't know was coming, through a business deal that comes together suddenly, through debt that's suddenly forgiven. The method is not your concern. The miracle is what matters. Listen carefully, because this provision is not coming because you earned it or deserved it. It's coming because this is the season of giving, and heaven invades earth with provision nobody expected. For people who couldn't provide for themselves, Mary and Joseph needed provision for an unexpected baby. Shepherds were poor night workers who received wealth of revelation. Wise men traveled far and gave extravagantly. This is the season when the Creator shows up in financial ways that defy logic. But you must align with this truth right now. Don't let embarrassment or skepticism steal your voice. Say these exact words wherever you are. I receive the divine provision that heaven has decreed over my life. I reject every lie that says miracles don't happen in modern times. I refuse every thought that says the Creator only did the impossible back then, but not right now. I cancel every spirit of poverty that whispers I'm excluded from supernatural provision. I declare that just as heaven provided for Mary, heaven is providing for me with miracle resources. My season of financial stress ends right now. Say it. The atmosphere is listening. Angels are moving. Provision is being released as you speak. Now, before this year comes to a close, you must complete 3 specific actions that parallel the miracle story. First, within the next few days, you must give something, even though you feel you have nothing to give. This is your version of the widow's mite, your version of the wise men bringing gifts when it seemed illogical. The Holy Spirit will show you what to give and where to give it. It might be small, it might feel insignificant, but heaven measures seeds by obedience, not by size. The seed you plant in the next few days, even in your lack, will determine the harvest you reap in the coming new year. This is kingdom economics. This is how miracles work. Provision flows to those who give from faith, not from abundance. Second, before the year ends, you must forgive someone who wounded you. Their name just appeared in your thoughts. You felt your chest tighten. This person hurt you, betrayed you, abandoned you, or disappointed you in ways that still ache. But unforgiveness is blocking the fullness of what wants to be born in you. Mary had to forgive a society that would judge her. Joseph had to forgive the scandal that surrounded their situation. The shepherds had to forgive a world that looked down on them. You must release this person, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Say out loud now. I forgive them. I release them. What they did no longer defines my destiny. Third, by the time the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve, you must take one bold step toward the dream that died. You know what I'm talking about. That thing you gave up on. That hope you buried. That vision you declared impossible. Heaven is telling you today, resurrection is the theme of this season. Stay with me, because what comes next shows you exactly what to watch for. If you are open to receiving unexpected blessings, type 333 to align with abundance. The morning hours of these final days of the year are significant. Let me explain why. Between the early morning hours when the world is still waking up, heaven is setting something in motion over your life. During those hours, you're going to have an experience that feels like a star guiding you. Stay with me, because you cannot afford to miss this. It might be a sudden idea that strikes with clarity you haven't felt in months. It might be a message or call that contains information you needed. It might be a moment of peace that settles inexplicably over your anxious thoughts. It might be a realization about a situation that suddenly makes sense. It might be an encounter that feels orchestrated beyond coincidence. Pay attention during the morning hours. Don't let routine distract you. Don't let busyness make you miss it. The wise men followed a star at dawn. Heaven is giving you your star moment. But I must warn you, darkness knows what these morning hours hold. Just like King Herod tried to intercept the wise men and find out where the miracle was being born so he could destroy it, the enemy will try to create chaos between now and your star moment. You might wake up to an unexpected problem, face a sudden crisis, receive news that demands immediate attention. Recognize those tactics. Don't let manufactured emergencies steal your divine appointment. Between the early hours of tomorrow, you have a meeting with heaven. Keep it. Even if hell throws distractions at you, listen carefully to what else is unfolding. Everything I've described is contingent on your response starting today. Will you believe what heaven is declaring? Will you give something even in lack? Will you forgive even when it hurts? Will you take bold action toward what seemed dead? Will you pay attention tomorrow morning for your star moment? Your response determines whether this becomes the season that changed everything, or just another December you survived. Some will ignore these instructions. Let skepticism or busyness talk them out of obedience. This holy season will come and go like it always does. Another year will start with the same struggles. But most reading this right now are going to believe, are going to act, are going to receive. And your life is about to become a testimony that makes others believe miracles still happen. You are not just another person reading another message. You are someone chosen to receive revelation about how the same power that caused the virgin birth, angelic announcements, and star guidance is about to operate in your circumstances. You are Mary hearing that the impossible is about to happen. You are the shepherds receiving the announcement. You are the wise men following the star. This is your story, and it's beginning right now. Your transition into the new year will be different this time. Walk forward believing. Look for your star. Follow where it leads. Embrace your miracle. You are chosen. You are favored. You are about to experience what Mary experienced, what shepherds witnessed, what wise men traveled to see. The impossible becoming possible, the miracle becoming real, heaven invading earth in your circumstances. Before we close this part, let me speak one more truth over you. The miracle is not just about what happened 2,000 years ago. It's about what's happening right now, in your life. The same power that opened Mary's womb to carry the impossible is opening your life to carry breakthrough. The same angels that announced good news to shepherds are announcing good news over your situation. The same star that guided wise men through darkness is guiding you through yours. You are part of the divine story. Your miracle is woven into the fabric of what heaven celebrates every year. And this year, right now, you're going to feel it, experience it, walk in it, not as distant history, but as present reality. Your miracle begins today. Your life changes now. Everything you've been waiting for, it's closer than you think. Stay with me. because the final pieces are about to come together. If you will watch for your guiding star tomorrow, type 444 to affirm your spiritual sight. Now let me show you exactly what must happen for this miracle to fully manifest. There are 3 specific actions required, and they directly parallel the divine story. Stay with me, because your obedience in these areas unlocks what heaven has prepared. First action: you must give something within the next 72 hours. Even though you feel you have nothing to give, even though your resources feel depleted. This is your version of the widow's mite, your version of the wise men bringing gifts when it seemed illogical. The Holy Spirit will show you what to give and where to give it. It might be small, whatever you can manage. It might be your time, your skills, your presence with someone who needs it. But it must be sacrificial. It must cost you something. It must require faith. Listen carefully, because this is kingdom economics. The seed you plant in these final days of the year, even in your lack, determines the harvest you reap in the coming new year. Provision flows to those who give from faith, not from abundance. When you sow in lack, you reap in overflow. That's how heaven's economy works. And this holy season is activating that principle in your life. Second action: you must forgive someone before the year ends. I know who just came to mind. You felt your chest tighten when I said it. This person hurt you, betrayed you, abandoned you, or disappointed you deeply. The wound is still fresh, the memory still aches, the injustice still burns. But unforgiveness is blocking your miracle. It's creating a barrier between you and what heaven wants to release. Mary had to forgive a society that would judge her pregnancy. Joseph had to forgive the scandal and shame that surrounded their situation. The shepherds had to forgive a world that looked down on them as outcasts. And you must release the person who hurt you. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom entering the new year. Say these words out loud right now wherever you are. I forgive them. I release them. What they did no longer defines my destiny. I refuse to let their actions steal my miracle. I choose freedom over bitterness. I choose blessing over revenge. Say it, mean it, release it. The moment you do, something shifts in the spiritual realm. The barrier breaks, the blockage clears, the blessing flows. Third action: by the time the new year begins, you must take one bold step toward the dream that died. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That thing you gave up on. That hope you buried. That vision you declared impossible. That business you wanted to start. That relationship you wanted to restore. That healing you stopped believing for. That calling you abandoned. That purpose you surrendered. Heaven is telling you today, resurrection is the theme of this season. What looked dead in the manger was delivering life to the world. What seems dead in your heart is about to deliver breakthrough to your life. But you must take action. You must move toward it. Register the business. Schedule the appointment. Make the phone call. Take the class. Create the thing. Write the words. Reach out to the person. Do something before the calendar turns that proves you believe it can come back to life. That action is your version of Mary's yes. It's you saying, if the Creator could do the impossible then, He can do the impossible now. Listen to what heaven is declaring over you as you take these 3 actions. When you give sacrificially, provision is released. When you forgive deeply, blessing is unlocked. When you act boldly, miracles manifest. These aren't random suggestions. These are specific keys that open specific doors. And on the other side of those doors, everything you've been praying for. The breakthrough you've been believing for. The miracle you've been waiting for. It's there. Ready, prepared, just waiting for your obedience to release it. Don't overthink this. Don't complicate it. Don't delay it. Give, forgive, act, in that order, within the time frame specified. And watch what heaven does when you align with His instructions. Your miracle isn't just possible, it's promised. But promises require partnership. Heaven's part is done. Now it's your turn. Stay close, because what comes next will prepare you for what's about to unfold. If you commit to give, forgive, and act, type 555 to activate your miracle. I need to address something that's been creating static in your spiritual atmosphere. Something that happened months ago. A decision, a compromise, a moment of weakness. You thought it was insignificant. You convinced yourself it wouldn't have lasting effects. Stay with me, because that moment created interference that's been blocking your blessings. Maybe it was in June or July, sometime in the middle of the year when this holy season felt like a lifetime away. A choice you made out of desperation, a boundary you crossed, a voice you listened to that wasn't heaven's. You rationalized it, minimized it, moved on from it. But in the spiritual realm, it created a crack. And for months, darkness has been using that crack as legal access, whispering lies about your worthiness to receive miracles. That's why this season has felt heavier instead of lighter. Why even the decorations seem to mock you. Why joy feels out of reach. It wasn't because the season lost its power. It was because something in your past created interference in your present. Listen carefully, because heaven is addressing this right now. That crack is being sealed. As you stay present with this message, angelic forces are working, repairing what was broken, restoring what was damaged, closing what was opened. The legal access darkness had, it's being revoked. The interference that's been blocking your blessing, it's being removed. Within days from this moment, you'll wake up feeling something shift. The heaviness lifts, the static clears, the joy returns. Not because you earned it, but because heaven is merciful. Not because you deserve it, but because this is the season of grace breaking into impossible situations. But I need you to do something, right now, as this sealing happens. Speak these words out loud. I renounce every decision that created interference in my spiritual atmosphere. I repent for every compromise that gave darkness legal access to my life. I receive heaven's mercy and restoration over every crack in my spiritual foundation. I declare that what was broken in the past will not determine what's released in my future. My incoming miracle is not disqualified by my summer mistakes. Say it with conviction, with faith. Because your words are part of the sealing process. Heaven needs to hear your agreement, your repentance, your receiving. Now let me show you what happens after the sealing. When interference is removed, clarity comes. You'll start seeing opportunities you've been missing, doors you've been walking past, provision you've been overlooking. It's not that these things suddenly appeared. They were always there. But the interference blocked your ability to perceive them. Now, with the static removed, everything becomes visible again. The path forward, the next step, the right move. It all comes into focus, sharp, clear, undeniable. This is what happened to the wise men when they saw the star. The star was always there, but they couldn't see it until heaven opened their eyes. And now, heaven is opening yours. You're about to see what's been there all along, just waiting for the interference to clear so you could perceive it. Stay with me, because there's something else you need to understand. When the sealing happens, when the interference is removed, darkness panics. He knows his time is limited, his access is revoked, his influence is ending. So he throws one final assault, one last desperate attempt. You might experience sudden opposition in the next few days, unexpected problems, sudden conflicts, crisis moments that demand attention. Recognize it for what it is, the enemy's last stand. Not proof that the sealing didn't work, but confirmation that it did. If darkness wasn't afraid of what's about to happen, he wouldn't be fighting so hard. His panic is your proof. His desperation is your confirmation. Something massive just shifted in your favor, and he knows it. So he's throwing everything he has at you, hoping you'll doubt. Quit. Turn back. Don't give him that satisfaction. Stand firm. Hold your position. Keep believing. The interference is broken. The crack is sealed. The blessing is flowing. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what heaven just released over your life. Your miracle is no longer blocked. It's accelerating toward you right now. Stay close, because what comes next will show you exactly what to expect. If you renounce all past blocks, type 777 to clear your path. Let me give you specific signs to watch for, so you'll recognize heaven's movement when it comes. These aren't random markers. These are precise indicators that the miracle is manifesting. Stay with me, because recognizing these signs will strengthen your faith as they appear. First sign, before the new year breaks, someone you haven't heard from in years will reach out. It might be a text, a call, a message on social media, an unexpected encounter. Don't dismiss it as random. That's confirmation sign number 1. This person is being sent as a messenger. They may not know it, but heaven is orchestrating the contact. Pay attention to what they say, how they say it, the timing of when they reach out. There will be something in that conversation that connects directly to what you've been praying about. A resource, an opportunity, an encouragement, an answer. When it happens, say out loud, "I receive this as confirmation from heaven." Second sign, in this season of transition, watch for a sign of unexpected provision. Not a large amount necessarily, but a clear signal that the flow has opened. Someone might hand you a gift, a refund might process, a discount might appear when you need it most. The amount doesn't matter. The source is what's significant. This is heaven showing you, I'm moving, I'm providing, I'm keeping my word. When it comes, don't take it for granted. Honor it, thank heaven for it, and declare, I receive this as a seed for the greater harvest coming. Third sign. In the days ahead, someone will speak words that sound exactly like something from this message. They won't know they're confirming what you heard here, but you will. Your spirit will recognize it immediately. The wording, the timing, the emphasis. That's heaven using human voices to reinforce divine promises. When it happens, let it build your faith. Let it solidify your belief. You're not imagining this. You're not making it up. Heaven is truly moving. Fourth sign. In these final nights of the year, you'll have a vivid dream. More real than regular dreams. You'll wake up remembering specific details. In that dream, you'll see yourself in a new place, receiving keys, opening a door, signing papers, holding something you've been praying for, standing somewhere you've been believing for. That dream isn't wishful thinking, that's prophetic preview. Heaven is showing you what's being prepared for your new year. What's coming? What's about to manifest? Write it down when you wake up. Don't let the details fade. Because that dream is your roadmap, your confirmation, your assurance. Listen carefully, because these four signs work together. The person reaching out opens a door. The unexpected provision proves the flow is open. The confirming words strengthen your faith. The vivid dream shows you the destination. Together, they create a pathway from where you are to where you're going, from lack to abundance, from question to answer, from waiting to receiving. And they will unfold as you cross the threshold into the new year. Your job? Watch for them, expect them, recognize them when they come. Don't be passive, don't be skeptical, don't talk yourself out of believing. These signs are coming. As sure as the star appeared to the wise men, heaven doesn't make empty promises. When he declares something, it happens. And he's declaring over your life right now. The signs are coming. Now let me tell you what to do when you see them. First, thank heaven immediately, out loud. Thank you for confirming your word. Thank you for keeping your promise. Second, tell someone. Share the testimony. Not to brag, but to build faith, yours and theirs. When you speak what heaven did, it multiplies the impact. Third, expect the next sign. Don't stop at one. Each sign builds on the previous. Together they create momentum. Fourth, take action based on what the signs are revealing. If the person who reaches out mentions an opportunity, pursue it. If the provision points toward a specific need, address it. If the words spoken confirm a direction, move in it. If the dream shows a destination, start walking toward it. The signs aren't just for confirmation, they're for activation. Heaven is showing you where to go, what to do, how to move. Your miracle isn't passive, it's participatory. Heaven initiates, you respond. Together, the impossible becomes possible. Stay close, because the final part brings everything together. If you claim these signs over your life, type 888 to receive confirmation. We've reached the moment of decision. Everything I've revealed, everything heaven has declared, it all comes together right here. This is your miracle story, and it begins with your response. I am Archangel Michael, and I've delivered the message I was sent to bring. Now, the choice is yours. You can close this and return to your old life, hoping things change eventually. Or you can receive what heaven is offering and watch everything shift as you enter the new year. Listen to what the Creator is declaring over you right now. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked you. I have not abandoned you. Every tear you cried this year, I collected. And now, the season of waiting is over. The season of receiving has begun. What I promised, I am delivering. What I declared, I am fulfilling. Your part? Receive it, believe it, walk in it. Those are heaven's words to you. This moment, this season. Your response determines everything that follows. Will you give something in these final days, even though resources feel tight? Will you forgive someone before the year ends, even though it hurts? Will you take bold action toward the dream that died? Will you watch for the signs and recognize them when they come? Will you believe that this time, your life is truly different? Your immediate response, your obedience, your faith, it activates what's been prepared. Some reading this will hesitate, will let doubt talk them out of believing. And this season will come and go like it always has. But most of you right now, are going to believe. You're going to act. You're going to receive. And your life is about to become a testimony that makes others believe miracles still happen. Let me speak a final blessing over you for the year ahead. May your mind be cleared of every lie the enemy planted about your worthiness. May your heart be healed of every wound that made you doubt heaven's goodness. May your finances reflect the provision of your Creator starting right now. May your relationships be restored and surrounded by truth. May your body be strengthened and renewed. May your dreams be resurrected and fulfilled beyond what you imagined. May your transition into the new year be different, not because circumstances are perfect, but because you encountered heaven in a new way. May your story become the story that helps someone else believe. This is not just another holiday. This is your turning point. Not because the date on the calendar is magical, but because the same power that worked through Mary, through shepherds, through wise men, is working through you. You are part of the divine story. Your miracle is woven into what heaven celebrates. And this year, right now, you're going to experience it personally, not as distant history, but as present reality. Something impossible is about to become possible in your life. Something that's been waiting is about to be born. Something that seemed dead is about to come alive. Because that's what this season is, heaven invading earth, the impossible becoming real. And you're standing at the threshold of your own version of that miracle. Walk forward, believing. Look for your star. Follow where it leads. Give sacrificially. Forgive completely. Act boldly. Watch for the signs. Recognize heaven's movement. And receive. Fully receive what's been prepared for you. You are chosen. You are favored. You are loved beyond measure. This is your moment, your story, your miracle. And it begins right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. Heaven is moving. Angels are positioned. Provision is released. All that's missing is your yes. Say it. Believe it. Walk in it. Your miracle is here. Receive it. My beloved child, the manger of your heart is ready to birth a miracle. I am placing the guiding star over your house right now. Type 1212 to lock this blessing forever. And do not walk into the new year alone. Join this family of light by pressing the subscribe button. Your miracle has arrived. I love you, always.